Welcome back to another SCP reading, dear researcher. Today we'll be reading SCP-192, Flawless X-Ray Machine. Now, without further ado, item number SCP-192, Level 1 Unrestricted, Containment Class Safe, Disruption Class Dark, Risk Class Notice. Containment procedures have been updated as per successful move Operation 192-M-147160722-0 from a redacted site. Please see Addendum 192-M-D for historical information. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-192 is safely contained within SCP-192-F. SCP-192-F is located in Room 9-24, a standard Foundation-grade R secured room, rated for radioactive objects in Site 125A's North Wing. Room 924 must always have at least 4 functioning Geiger counters. An inspection of Room 924's radiation proofing and the Geiger counters must be carried out fortnightly. The housing for SCP-192 must not be breached under any circumstances. Removal of any section of external casing of SCP-192-F must be carried out during scheduled weekly maintenance by Level 2 staff, under the supervision of Level 3 assigned to this floor. Any breaches in the casing of SCP-192-F must be reported to Site-125A Facilities Management. Any breaches in the housing of SCP-192 must be treated as a radioactive object containment breach as defined by Foundation and Site-125A guidelines, and a full evacuation of North Wing will be carried out by all staff. Please see Document 192-CU for cleanup and recontainment instructions based on current object analysis. Access to the room containing SCP-192-F for testing purposes will be granted by written request to Site-125A administration staff, but will require the approval of at least one Level 3 assigned to the 9th floor. This member of staff must be present for all testing. Addendum 192-M-D Archived Containment Procedures. SCP-192 is to be maintained in lockdown at its current location in a hospital in the United Kingdom. Site Redacted A. Pending further analysis. The room containing SCP-192 is to remain locked with the key in the possession of a Foundation doctor. Anyone wishing to conduct experiments with SCP-192 must have permission from the relevant Level 3 personnel assigned to this object. The hospital wing that houses SCP-192 is to remain closed pending engineering work to stabilize the hospital buildings. The housing for SCP-192 must not be breached under any circumstances and must be checked on a weekly basis. Maintenance will be carried out weekly. End of Archived Containment Procedures. Description: SCP-192 is a vacuum X-ray tube that forms the primary component of a diagnostic X-ray machine manufactured by a redacted company on a redacted date, with diagnostic use commencing on a further redacted date. This machine was designated SCP-192-1. When an image is produced by a machine with SCP-192 inside, the area examined on the subject will be modified via unknown means to match the image eventually produced. This has the effect of introducing or removing injuries or disease from the subject in accordance with the image. SCP-192 emits a high quantity of alpha and beta radiation, exceeding recommended annual dose limits for Foundation personnel within 1 minute of constant exposure. These emissions are present even when SCP-192 is not being used and disconnected from any sort of power supply. This is believed to be due to the materials used in the construction of SCP-192's cathode based on current working theories. The following was previously written but is crossed out. SCP-192-1 appears to absorb this radiation emission, although all testing performed so far on SCP-192-1 has showed it to be constructed out of regular materials for this kind of machine. The rest is not crossed out. Maintenance update. Sometime in 2014. Containment of SCP-192 by SCP-192-1 has shown to not be complete. Imperfections in the manufacturing process combined with initial testing conducted at the hospital site have weakened SCP-192-1's casing. A request for relocation of SCP-192 and a re-evaluation has been submitted to Regional Command. Site update. Sometime in May 2014. 192-M-1471607220 was successfully carried out on some other date in May 2014. All Foundation staff at the hospital site have been transferred to Site 125A, and the hospital site has been decommissioned. SCP-192-F, a Foundation-constructed replica of SCP-192-1, was constructed at a redacted area and installed in Site 125A prior to the move operation. Actual radiation doses during regular operation of SCP-192-1 were within standard safety margins, and this remains the case with SCP-192-F. The presence of SCP-192 was discovered by a covert Foundation operative tracking a different SCP in a redacted area. The covert operative was requested to be present during the initial examinations performed by SCP-192-1 and was the first staff member at the hospital to witness the effects. The covert operative notified the Foundation, and the other 3 non-Foundation staff present were successfully given Class A amnestics. A research team was subsequently sent in, and the room containing SCP-192-1 was quarantined. Results on the investigation into the origin of SCP-192 can be reviewed in document SCP-192-I, and the rest is redacted. From testing of SCP-192, the following outcomes have been noted to occur with no consistent pattern. Any change in a subject appears to occur approximately 3 seconds after the X-ray image is taken. Image results. Image clear of any disease or injury. Effect. Subject is fully treated with no further issues or complications. Image result. Presence of a trauma-induced fracture injury of considerable displacement. Effect. Image bone is fractured to an identical level of displacement. These injuries always appear to have occurred within the last 24 hours, even in subjects who had been isolated before the examination. So far, SCP-192 has not produced any images where bones have perforated internal organs or penetrated the subject's skin. Image result. Presence of cancerous cells within the examined area. Effect. Subject will show development of a cancerous growth in this area. These tumors have never exceeded T1M0M0. And there's a footnote here. TNM staging system for malignant tumors. But in all cases have been malignant. Biopsies on several subjects have shown no differences between cancer caused by SCP-192 and cancer occurring naturally in humans. Success of subsequent treatment has been dependent on the original location of the cancer. Image results. Presence of foreign body located inside the subject. Effect. Foreign body will be found within the subject if further surgery is performed. The object appears to be random, but is usually a surgical tool for performing operations on the examined area. No departments within the hospital site have reported any disappearances of surgical or other medical equipment. During one test to determine if SCP-192 could be used as a means of treatment by repeating an examination on an already examined subject, SCP-192 produced a blurry image, which had the result of, data redacted, almost instantly killing subject D-192-03 redacted. See Instant Report 192-03 redacted-02. The personnel operating SCP-192 during the test were referred for immediate psychiatric evaluation. Well, It looks like you can cure yourself once at least. Oh, there's probably quite a few stuff in the Foundation that can do something like that, so this probably is not the best way of going about it. But thank you very much for coming, dear researchers. Good luck out there, and I sure do wish I had this when I broke my arm.